Welcome to another episode of Remember the Great Sports. This one's going to be a little bit different. With the original actors in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie making the announcement that let's celebrate World Turtle Day on May 23rd, it got me thinking, and I decided to pull some stuff out of my collection to share with you today, celebrating the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for World Turtle Day. And some of this stuff in my collection you may have seen before, but a lot of this stuff is actually from my childhood that I've had since I was in grade school. This VHS tape is one of them, and I'm going to share with you some of the things in my collection, and one of the things is very sentimental to me, that to me is priceless, only because of the attachment of where I got it and who I was with when I got it. That's Ninja Turtle related. Hopefully I can keep my composure together when I show that item, because it's quite a tearjerker for me when I show it off. So hopefully I can hold it together for that, but let's just kind of zoom out and I'll kind of show you some of the stuff in my collection. So this is my VHS tape, as I talked about. I've had that since I was a kid. Probably got that for Christmas or my birthday or something along those lines. But since we got the movie theme going, I'll just kind of show these off. And these are all things that I've acquired in adulthood. And this is volume 2, which contains 13 episodes. I don't think there's anything special about this other than the fact that it just has 13 episodes and I got it cheap. This is, I'm kind of going backwards here. This is the complete final season. And as you can tell, I haven't even opened it yet. So haven't even watched that. I picked that up in one of the bins at Walmart. You know, when you go to Walmart and see those bins of DVDs, I happen to find that in there for only a couple bucks. And the same with this one. And this one I really need to get into, because this is season 3, and it has 47 episodes in it. This collection. So I know they've released these Ninja Turtle DVDs in so many different formats, so to speak. So I honestly can't tell you what episodes I have and which ones I don't, to be honest with you. And I know this is one of the early season 1 episodes. I do remember that much. But finally, what else collection isn't complete with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action movie collection. And if you see the dollar up there in the corner, I only paid $1 for that at a flea market, or a garage sale or something. And it has the Ninja Turtle remake, which was 2011, and it has all 3 of the Ninja Turtle movies, starting with the 91 movie, then we got Secret of the Ooze, then Turtles in Time, the 3rd one. So I occasionally, when I want to watch the movie, relive some childhood, I pop that one in and check it out. I don't really watch the 2011 version, because to be honest with you, I was an adult when that came out, so I didn't show a lot of interest in that newer Ninja Turtles movie. And the newest one that came out, I haven't even seen, so I couldn't even tell you if that's any good or not. So you can definitely throw some comments at the bottom there. But let me just move this stuff off screen for a second, because I need some room to work here. And some of the other items I'm going to share with you, these, what collection would not be complete. This is the original NES video game that I bought. Well, I don't want to say I bought, but I was gifted as a kid. And I remember seeing this at the store, Walmart, Target, Woolworths, whatever it was. And I remember seeing this and begging my mom and pleading my mother to say that I really, really want this game. And I don't know how I made it work, but I want to say that maybe Santa brought this to me, or I got this for my birthday. But I got this game new back in 1990 whatever, and this was like a $50, $60 game or something like that back then. That's how crazy the Nintendo games used to cost back then. Really the only place that you could buy video games was at the retail stores. There wasn't, GameStops. There wasn't obviously Facebook forums and places like that where you could buy games. So this is the actual copy that I had when I was a kid, and I'm still held on to it for all these years. Now, with that being said, I actually have a second copy that I picked up, not in the box, just loose. I bought this for a couple bucks at a yard sale a little while back. And I say a little while back, probably 15 years ago. And this is one of those deals that I saw it, and I'm like, for $2 or $3, I'll take another copy, because to be honest with you, the copy in there is so worn that I couldn't tell you if the thing even boots up anymore. I played that game so much and probably pushed my Nintendo to the limits on the hours that I played it, because I beat that game. I remember specifically I played and played and played until I beat this game. Now, in the same breath, I actually have the first one as well. I did not own this as a kid. I want to say I was probably in college when I finally got my own copy of this game. And I remember renting this game. And the first time I played this, I was a little disappointed. A lot of people have, made tons of videos about Ninja Turtles, the video game. But it had the Ninja Turtles name on it. You could play as the Ninja Turtles, but it was not great, but it wasn't horrible, is the best way I can put it. And my friend and I, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later in the video, I remember we played this because he owned the game, and we played the heck out of this game until we finally beat it. And I remember the swimming level, and if anybody's ever played this game, they know exactly what I'm talking about. I remember he had to do the swimming level because the first time I tried to do that, I was dead. I'm going to leave that on the screen only because that has some sentimental value of me and my friend playing that. And I'm going to share one more thing, and I'm going to share some really neat items and wrap this video up. So, a little while back, if you guys recall, in a Through the Mail Thursday video, I actually shared with you autographs from the creator, Peter Laird, of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I'll link that video right up here, and I'll also link it at the end of this presentation as well. But not only did Mr. Laird sign my vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards, sorry about the glare there, but he also drew 2 index cards with the Ninja Turtle logo, I guess would be the best way to put it. Which Ninja Turtle was that? Not sure, but this is the original creator artist of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which probably did the box art here. This image here was probably drawn by this individual, possibly. I could be wrong on that. But I stuck these cards in the mail. He signed one in silver, he signed one in black. I'm not going to talk too much about that, but I got these only a couple years ago. Definitely check out that video if you get a chance. And we're going to move these up to the top, and now I'm going to talk about a couple things that are sentimental to me because I've had these since I was a kid. Okay, now number one, we talked about the movie already, but where can you not have the original motion soundtrack on cassette tape? Now, I remember picking this up or getting this for my birthday, one of those things again, and I just played the heck out of this. I remember getting this after I actually begged and pleaded for my mother to buy me the cassette single based off of the movie Turtle Power. So Turtle Power was on this, but if you guys remember cassette singles, these things were cheap. They were only $2 or $3 or something like that. And my sisters used to get these almost like candy. We would go to Walmart and they would buy a cassette single. And cassette singles were a lot cheaper for kids because if you didn't have enough money to buy the $10 full cassette tape, you could just get the single with the popular song. And I played the heck out of this thing I mean, turtle power, turtle power, turtle power. I mean, I just played that time and time again. And then finally I got to upgrade to the full version a few years later. So finally, this is another cassette tape that, you know, means a lot to me, and I'll tell you why here in a second. This is the Coming Out of Their Shells tour cassette tape, and I'm just going to pull this out, kind of give you an idea. This was kind of a thing that was promoted by Pizza Hut at the time, and here's the tape. But you can see that the Ninja Turtles play music, and to capitalize on their popularity, they released these songs, and these guys dressed up in these suits and they went on tour. Well, here's something that I'm going to admit to you, whether it's embarrassing or something I should be proud of. But on Halloween in 1990, along with my friend, I attended the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Coming Out of Their Shells tour. And this is the ticket stub from that event. I still had the ticket stub in my possession, and it was with this tape. And it makes sense, because those were the songs that they sang. But you can see tons of videos about the Coming Out of Their Shells tour on YouTube. You could just YouTube that. You'll find, all kinds of video footage of that. But this is the most sentimental Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle item in my collection. And that is my Ninja Turtles concert ticket. And I also don't think I have it, but I know I did. I got the t-shirt from the tour when I was a kid. And if I were to still have it, which I really, really doubt that I do, it would be back at my parents' house, buried at the bottom of the closet somewhere, because that shirt's not going to fit me anymore. Maybe another 10-year-old kid or something it might fit, but definitely at my age, the t-shirt I bought when I was that age is not going to fit me anymore. But I'm going to wrap this video up, and I'm going to talk really briefly about this and why this is so sentimental to me, this ticket right here. I mentioned this in the video when I got the Peter Laird autographs, that my friend who I went to this concert with, he was the one that wanted to go to this. His birthday was actually in November, a couple weeks after this October 31st thing, and he came to school and he said, "Hey, guess what? For my birthday, I get to go to the Ninja Turtles concert." I'm like, "Oh my God, that's awesome." So, being the envious friend that I was, he's like, "Well, you want to come too?" And I said, "Well, why wouldn't I?" So I probably begged and pleaded for my parents to allow me to go to this, and this is at the Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis, and I don't see a price on there because either it got rubbed off or whatever. But my friend and I and his brother, and I want to say his uncles and like his cousin or something, we all went to this concert. And of course, before we went to the concert, we had to have pizza. So we went to got some pizza, then we went to the concert, and we really just enjoyed ourselves. This video is dedicated to my friend. Last year in 2019, he passed away. So, aside from just the nostalgia of this ticket, this also reminds me of my late friend who's no longer with us. So this is dedicated to you, Eric. I miss you, my friend. Thanks for joining me for another episode. Just kind of wanting to celebrate World Turtle Day. I hope you enjoyed some of my items. These items are so important to me. They're next to my heart. I know this isn't sports, but hopefully you enjoyed it anyway. Look forward to your comments below.